Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how I check reviews and get a comprehensive understanding about the actual review value. So what you'll notice here in this ad is we have almost 5 stars and 454 reviews. Now, I know it's ideal to look for a higher number in the number of reviews that are left. That definitely makes the positive reviews worth more. But I'm going to show you how I analyze it so that you can see how I come to like a value that, like a percent value that tells me where this product stands on its ratings. So the first thing I do is I scroll down, as everybody does. You scroll down to look at the reviews, but I don't read this front page. I keep scrolling down and I get right here, see more reviews. Is it gonna go? See more reviews. That's what I want. Because if you read that first page and then you come here, it's only gonna be like you have to read it or scroll past it again anyway. And what I'm trying to do is get the, not the top reviews, I want the most recent reviews. And I want not all the stars, but I'm going to start with critical. The reason why I'm going to start with critical is just for the sake of time of this video. For the most part, I go to the 1-star review first and work my way up to the 3rd star. I consider 1 through 3 as negative, and then I value 4 and 5 as positive, because 4 and 5 are what are going to actually bump the value up, not the 3s and lower. So, but I need to start with the lowest value to see what the worst of it is. We need to know the worst and the highest. And that's pretty much what's going to give us our spectrum, okay, the far ends of the spectrum. So I hit critical, and that takes me here to this page, and I'm looking at how many do I have for this year, how many critical reviews. I don't have to read them. I'm going to read them when I want to know about this product, what its problem actually is, what its common problem is. You have to read them. But I'm just showing you like how I'm evaluating the stars, not the problem with the product, but just its negative and its positive reviews. So that this video is only about its rating, its negative and its positive rating, okay? Because in another video I can show you how to evaluate what the problem with the product is, and how, whether it's reoccurring, or how to evaluate, does it look like it's real or not. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 negative reviews. Okay, so then I'm going to go to the positive reviews and count those, and that's for just last year. So now I'm going to look at the positive reviews, and starting from December of last year. So that's just a few months ago. On the negative reviews, it was the first one, the one that was the last negative review left was almost a year ago in May. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive reviews. Now, before I talk about positive and the negative value, what I want to say is don't worry about the critical years from before. That's something you can take into consideration a little further into your evaluation, more so in the problem solving, what's wrong with the product or what's going on with it or what's good with it or what's bad. But the reason why you don't have to worry about the year before last and any previous years before that is because those things become obsolete. Those um, those that has more to do with the reputation of the seller about, is he 90% positive rated, is he 99% positive rated. That's where those numbers, that number value goes. But as far as what's currently happening with the product today, right now, do you want to buy this product now? You only need to know the past year and the current year. So this is 2024, so we're only going to consider 2023 in the value of ratings. But the previous years, the reason why I don't consider them is because it's hard. You can't. Amazon doesn't make it easy to go back and check like all the way back. I mean, it's a moot point for just the star value rating. The sellers often jump starting an ad. I'm not saying their Amazon account. I'm talking about the ad. They do that with their Amazon account too, but I'm just talking about this one ad. They will either use fake ads, which are completely irrelevant and useless. Don't need to even consider them whatsoever. I have a video up on how to identify fake ads. You can check that out in my videos. But they also use Vine, and I don't consider Vine as valuable as people who've actually paid the money, who've gone to the trouble to put their credit card up on their account and or pay for it as guest or whatever. They're vulnerable and they're using their credit card online, and that counts for something. That's a more valuable rating because it's a more critical transaction. Where a Vine, they tend to they tend to give more positive ratings because they receive something for free, and people have that nature that they feel guilty to say something bad about something they got for free. So most of the Vine positive reviews, I would say half or more are not valuable. But the critical ones are, because the critical ones are where the Vines gave honest reviews. If they say something negative, it's going to be honest because, they got something free and they overcame their guilt. They're not feeling guilty to tell the truth, okay? But then you do want to consider, you kind of want to go back and look at some of the positive reviews of, after considering the negatives first in the Vines, go back and check out some of the positives, because you'll see that some will say, this is really great, 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 but, or, and they'll still give a 5 or a 4 rating for it, sometimes even a 3. But I don't value the 3s and less very much on the overall rating, but they are critical in comprehending the true value of the rating on an ad. And so getting back to this, what I just showed you was there were 3 negative or critical reviews, and now you can see that there are 5 positive reviews from last year to today, April 1st, 2024. So that's not very many reviews in over a year, or about, a year approximately, or even months. Like from a year, start of a year to the start of a new year is not very many reviews at all, either negative or positive. But what it shows you is that there is about a 35 to 40% negative rating, and a 40 to a 45% rate positive rating. So, or 35 to 40% positive rating. It's 40. I'm illiterate math, but I can comprehend. I see it in pictures, like if you're looking at a glass and you put the negatives in there and then you put the positives on top of them, you've got close to a third of that glass is negative. I would say, 30%, 35, 40% negative. I'm rounding it a lot, but I'm in the zone, and this is just a general thinking you need. You don't have to have exact math to figure this out. So when you're looking at the most recent things, how many reviews have happened? It's not 454. It's not. We'll go back to that. We need a button that goes straight back to the ad page instead of having to back out like this. And then, so you can see here that 454 that's lost in archive mostly, or impossible to scroll back to because Amazon stalls. It just jumped. It always jumps. It'll jump back to the last thing you did. I make the mistake of trusting it, but here I have to scroll back up there because Amazon's website is extremely jumpy and laggy. But I had it zoomed in for you. This 454 is not reflective. It's only how many reviews were made on this one particular item, not on the seller's rest of their items, all of in total. And these 4.5 stars are not reflective in this 454 reviews. Even if you click that, you'll see what I'm saying. 5-star reviews, it doesn't matter if it goes back to 12,000 or a million reviews. What happened back then with that product isn't what's happening with it right now. Let me explain. Sometimes the seller, like I said, uses fake reviews or Vine reviews, but sometimes when they first putting a product on, they're putting their ad up for this stock of product they just got or they're going to sell you, they're trying it out. And um, especially with a number this low, they're trying this product out. They haven't been dealing with this particular type of item for very long. So they they aren't necessarily set on who their source who they're going to source it from, and they're trying it out. So a lot of times they'll get those negative reviews on their first source of stock because they don't really know where to buy it. They don't have something reliable. They don't know that um, I'm lacking a word, person who is selling it to them, right? So what happens over time is the higher this number goes, this reviews number goes, that's how much longer they've been dealing with this product. Okay, that really shows you like they've been dealing with this product for a lot longer than this person. This number is about how much experience this seller has, or because even if they sell a lot of it, that gives them a lot more experience, right? But even if it's for a short time, but if they're not selling that much as we just saw, or they've only been selling it for a short time, then they don't have much experience with this product. So so that's how you analyze like this number here. What can happen over time is that they will gain some experience, even if it's off of negative experience, and they might say, you know what, I want to get a better source. Some of them will start out, they do a bait and a switch. They'll sell you a good product, and when they make a good money, they raise the price, but they start sourcing it from a lower quality. That's why you got to look at the reviews the way I'm showing you, because that will reflect, and you can positively see it yourself, that from the reviews of the past year and a half, that they are either getting better product or getting worse product. Okay, if they've bait and switched or if they've upgraded. And what you want is a seller who, even if they've made mistakes early on, have corrected those mistakes and are selling a better product, and that will reflect in the reviews. So if you see, okay, I saw one or two, like say we're taking this number right here in this 454, we're going back, we're looking last year like we did. Okay, instead of seeing 3, we'll see 3, but then in the positive we'll see 50. We want that negative down to 5%, 10%. We don't want to see this 75% right here. We want this number up to 95, like just like you do in eBay. We want it a 99% seller. We want 98. Even on eBay, 98 is still somewhat risky. I don't purchase from 96 or 7. It's got to be a 98 or a 99. 100% seller is really what I target. Anything less, and I'm 98, 99, I'm settling, but I won't go to a 97. I've made mistakes buying from sellers, even on Amazon, that have this low of a rating. So think of it in terms of eBay. You want this 454, you want this in the thousands, you want these stars to be just as high, as high as you can go. 5 stars is great if you can get up into the thousands, and really not 1 or 2,000. We're talking like 6,000, 12,000. or more, and then this number here, 75%, we want this higher, and we want these all as low as we can get. If they're invisible, that'd be better. But so that's what I'm trying to explain to you, is the dynamic, so you can understand the value. If you know that dynamic about the bait and the switch, or the upgrade of the product, that the seller it has integrity, they're going up, and even if their rating is low, but we're not dealing with this low number right here. If this was higher right here, then this would be a lot safer product to be trying to buy, like risking buying, especially if you're not prime, because if you don't have prime, it's harder to return. You're on a different contract, so to speak, with the returns. And I want to try to do another video. I can't remember the name right now, so I'm not going to talk about it, like trying to explain it to you, but there is a means for you to return items. Like, say if you don't receive the item, but they say they left it at your door and you didn't get it, or other things like that. Amazon has their own guarantee. So when I have time, I will do a video on that. You can keep me in mind for come back and look for the videos. Kind of have to go shopping on my channel, but this is, the best way that you can analyze the value of the stars and the value of the number. It's not hard and fast, because even if you get in there and you see this number right here, you low number with these many stars, it doesn't mean you're going to see 3 negative reviews in one year, or year and a quarter, and 5 positives like we just saw. The whole thing could change on you, and you could be seeing something a lot higher or a lot lower. Okay, so this bar right here isn't meaning a whole lot, because you need to get, it might reflect this year. I think the line is more around here. Okay, if you drop this yellow line back a little bit to right here, that's what you're going to see reflected in what we looked at today. So you can see how it's off a bit. Okay, anyway, I hope that helps. I don't have an easy time talking and explaining things, so this video is for slow folks. It's going to say that in the title. It's for people who need things explained in depth, and that's why my channel is called Gibber Over Java, because you sip coffee together slowly. You take your time, you're sitting down, you're relaxing, you're not in a hurry. My information is not for people who are in a mad hurry. It's for people who want to understand. It's for people who have learning disabilities, a little bit slower processing, a little bit older in age, or someone who's just maybe young but not in a mad, crazed hurry to get the information. Give me the information now. I'm on to the next thing. I like to help people like myself, like the kind of friends who understand, because they have some kind of issue like that. So don't bother leaving me comments about how I talk too much, or how I'm slow, or whatever. I have several comments. If people don't like the video, what they need to do is go down and count how many positive reviews I have from people who genuinely and really appreciate the videos. That's the people I'm making these videos for, not the trolls, not the people who are entitled and demanding. Okay? So it's going to say for slow folks in the title. If people don't take the time to read the title, that's their problem, not mine and not ours, because I love the people that are so appreciative. Anyway, that's it for this video. Catch you in another one.